Well, this is the Voltage 4225. We almost bought this. It's very similar to the Valor Alliance and also to the Heartland Cyclone 4006. Let me show you inside. There are a couple differences. So the setup is very similar with all three of those models. You're going to get the 6 Lazy Boy chairs. In the Cyclone, one set of our chairs actually pulls out into a bed instead of a reclining chair. It looks like each of these are just the reclining chairs. So they are really nice because it's like living room seating. This Voltage actually, I think, has a little bit more square footage in this living room area right here. It actually, you can feel that it does more than that Heartland Cyclone, but it's got the fireplace, which puts off a lot of heat. We have been very impressed with that feature. And when we ran out of propane just last night, we were able to keep it warm with just our fireplace. Lots of cabinetry in here. So you've got a lot of space for DVDs and other things like that. Now, let me show you. The pantry has a ton of space. We do in our Heartland as well, but in the bottom of the Heartland, because we have an outside refrigerator, we lose the bottom shelf in here because that's where the outside refrigerator is. So you're gonna get more pantry space inside in the Voltage. Look at all of that, plenty of room. You could even fit your dog down there, just kidding. Okay, now look at this commercial size refrigerator and freezer. It's really nice. This is comparable to the one that we have in the Cyclone. It's also in Norcold, and it works really well. The main reason why we did not go with the Voltage is because this bedroom, we have 3 kids that are in the RV, 4 total, but one's already graduated, is in the kitchen. So if you want to stay up late, this was something to think about if you're looking at these 2 different models. If you're sitting here drinking a glass of wine, enjoying a movie, your teenager or whoever you're putting up there is going to be right there, and it's just a curtain. So that was actually the deciding factor. I love this Voltage. There's things I like better about it than Heartland, and there's things I like better about the Heartland than this one. But that is something that you have to think about. Are you going to be up late in the living room? If so, your kid is going to be right there with the curtain trying to sleep. Now, this kitchen I love. I love the design and setup of this Voltage better than the Heartland as far as the kitchen goes. We have in the Cyclone, our sink is right here. So the amount of counter space I have is about from here to here. None. It's very difficult when we're trying to lay out food, when we're trying to do anything. I don't have counter space. So this is a really good design. They put the stove over here. In the Cyclone, you have your stove right here and your sink right here and your counter space is like this. Now, you do get a little bit of counter space in the Cyclone, but it is more for decoration. You're not really prepping on it. It's about half this size. It is like literally where my hand is, about half that size. So this is a really nice setup for the kitchen. I do really appreciate this. There's tons of lighting, which we also get in the Cyclone. Really pretty chandelier, which we have. I love, it's one of the features I love about these 3 fifth wheels is how much lighting you get. I wake up every day and fully appreciate our view at Jellystone just because of all these windows and lighting. You also get a nice backsplash. This is actually nicer than the one in Heartland. Ours is like plastic. It looks pretty and you touch it and it's like cardboard. This one is not. So that is really pretty to have that directly behind the stove. The other thing that I would note is look how deep these cabinets are and what normal size they are wide. In our Heartland, we have tons of cabinetry, but it's almost useless. It's 9 inches deep, which we have tried everywhere, even down to the Dollar Tree, and it is very hard to find 9 inches deep. It is not a standard size of anything. So most of my spoons I have to keep in a jar on the counter because they don't fit. I also could not even fit my silverware drawer. The little plastic container that you hold your silverware in does not fit in the Heartland in any of the drawers. So these are things to think about and what is a top priority for you. These in the Voltage have really nice, deep, long drawers. And they also have a, it's pretty. The gray is pretty. It matches. It's nice. You do get the farmhouse sink in both the Voltage and the Heartland. I love it. It's super convenient. Ours in the Heartland comes with a cover, although we never use it because when I'm using my sink, I don't need it. I mean, I don't even use it for travel, but it does make it look pretty in the showroom. So heading on back, these doors are super nice. They keep out sound like you would not believe. I can sit out here in my Heartland watching TV with the heat blowing or the air conditioner running, which makes I have to turn my TV volume up by about 10 in order to hear it when those 2 things are happening. And my kids can't hear it back here with the door. So this is a good solid door. It's pretty, it's got glass. This garage is another amazing feature of the fifth wheel. This is like ours as well. Now, I think it's about the same amount of space here, but I feel like the Voltage has done a better job with the space in certain features, and in others, it's just going to be depending on what you want. So we have a washer dryer hookup in the Heartland, but we chose not to get a washer and dryer because, as you can see, you have to think about dresser space back here. If this is where your kids are going to go, they need somewhere to put their clothes. When you open up this door, y'all, look, you're going to need a really skinny dresser right there, which you can find. IKEA sells them, but do your measurements. So you can get like an armoire. We got one that would fit in this space here. That's an armoire with some drawers in the bottom. But if you have 3 kids, that ain't going to cut it. So the other option, these are called happijack beds. They're awesome. They are like queen size, I believe, but they're massive. And they drop down and they turn into these benches. They're super easy to fold. You literally just flip them over and they'll turn into a bed. But if you are going full time or you want more dresser space for your kids, what we did, you can purchase dressers from IKEA that come up to below the window, and then this bed will sit and on top of the dresser almost, and you just don't drop it down any lower. You can see the track. You just drop it to the dresser and then that's it. You don't go any lower. And then this one you can drop and still have space. Now we drilled extra holes because we have the dresser so that you can see this gold plate is where the top one is gonna stop. Well, if your dresser is right there, that doesn't give this kid any headroom. That means top bed is here, bottom bed is there. So what we did is drilled a hole higher up here so that our top bed, we can stop here, and then the lower bed would stop down here on the dresser. And this kid still has all this headspace. So these are things to think about when you were looking at these fifth wheels based on your needs and how many kids you have. Now, I love this, the way they did this door, and I love how they did the washer dryer, because this door pulls out and it's magnetic. It does not ever get in the way of your washer and dryer. See, as you can see, it's not going to even be an issue at all. So that was one of the reasons why we did not actually choose to get a washer and dryer, is because our bathroom door in the Heartland pulls out like this. It does not pull at an angle like I just showed you. So as you can see, it's really close to hitting the washer and dryer. Now, the one thing though, in the Heartland, they have a much bigger door. See how wide this door is? That is a massive door. We actually have space for a full dresser. So our door is about half that size, and we can fit a dresser right here. So we have one kid's dresser here. We have an armoire right here that is tall, and our kid's bunk is up here. That's another difference I'm going to show you in a minute. And then we have a dresser that sits underneath this bed, and then we have a dresser that sits underneath this bed, and we still use all of our bunks. We are able, as I just described to you, to drop them down. Now look how beautiful this view is. So this, let me see if this one opens like ours does. So in the Heartland, okay, this looks like it does, I can't tell from this, but in the Heartland, they've got this one kind of locked up in it and gated on the back. We are able to slide the doors open. We can individually open the windows, which you can also do in this one. And we are able to push the door open. So it's almost like an accordion door. I can slide it all the way open and then fling the whole thing open so that everything's open, or I can just slide it. You guys, this is the main feature of these fifth wheels, the Valor Alliance, the Voltage, and also the Heartland. Now, take a look at the back deck. Stairs will attach right there. I'm looking at it from the inside, and there's a lot of space out there. You can keep these open. This one actually seals up very well. We had to get ours replaced. As you can see, they do have a little bit of holes, so they say they're 4 seasons, but we had this on the Heartland as well. So it's interesting to see that that's on the Valor too. But that is something to be aware of with snow and cold. That is not really 4-season material, if you know, with those little holes, but the Heartland is the exact same way. The other thing I wanted to show you was that this one, the bunk is on the inside in the kitchen, whereas in the Heartland, the bunk is right here. So those are some of the main differences. So the bathroom in here is beautiful. This may not be your taste, that marble, but it's really pretty and it makes it look at home. Also, you can see it's got a really nice sink and it's got cabinets very similar to the Heartland. So I would say this bathroom is very similar. We don't have a stool like that though, which would be really handy. That is a nice added feature. It does have the spa shower, and so does the Heartland. It goes into the bedroom. Oh wow. Okay, so they have a lot more space in the bedroom than the Heartland does. if we didn't need that extra bunk, y'all. But we needed the bunk in the back, not in the living room. That was the deciding factor for us. So it comes with the TV. It's got a nice big window and 2 windows here. We have that in the Heartland as well. Our window goes directly across, but this is nice because they have this big dresser. In the Heartland, the TV pulls out of the dresser, so it's not actually a dresser. It's a fake dresser. It's there, but you literally can fit socks and underwear, and that is it, because the TV takes up the entire middle of the dresser and comes up. This would be really nice to have. This is a nice tall dresser. We don't have that. And you have space to actually get changed right here. So in our Heartland, we have about as much space as you can see from here to here, but it goes all the way across. We don't have, and we might have a little bit less than that, but we don't have this little corner where you can stand over here to get dressed. So it is a little tight to actually get dressed. This one has closet space in here that is super nice. And then it's got, man, this one's got more storage than we do. And then it's got lots of storage space in there as well. Now, this also has a sliding closet door, which the Heartland has as well. And it has a nice big shelf that you can put shoes. It's narrow, so it's gonna be like shoes, sheets, stuff like that. And then it's got a closet bar for hanging. If you have long dresses and stuff, you're not gonna be able to get as long. The Heartland has a solid bar that's higher up. They don't have this shelf right here. They do little shelves on the side, which they're not near as nice as these, because these hold a lot more. Ours hold like my purse and maybe 2 pairs of shoes. This looks like a queen size bed to me, and we have a king. So that's something else to consider. You do have space on both sides. You can get 12-inch wide coffee tables, little end tables. We have one from Amazon that will fit in that teeny little space, and it's super convenient to put your phone, your water, whatever you want. And so anyway, you guys, you can't go wrong with either of these. The Valor Alliance, the Voltage, the Heartland Cyclone, they are amazing fifth wheels. It's really going to come down to several things. The Heartland Cyclone has more storage underneath than the Voltage or the Valor. That's one of the things they brag about, and we do have a lot of space. You can access it all from 3 sides. But do you want your kid in the living room is what it's going to come down to. Where do you want your counter space? Because this has a really good layout for that. And this back bathroom is different. Other than that, they are very, very similar. So post in the comments, which one do you like better? What are your needs for your family? Do you have one? I can't wait to hear all about it.